Okay, let's come into nice easy seat. Just ground down through your sits bones, go nice and tall into your spine, lift up through the crown of your head. Just begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Today we're going to move a little bit dynamically through the hips. We'll come into a standing sequence at the end. We'll work on the pelvis and the hips in the beginning. Lift up through the back, top part of your skull, nice and tall through the back of the spine. Let the chin fall to the chest. Close off your rib cage, draw your navel back towards your back body. Tighten up your waist. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then relax the shoulders. Good. Breathe. Nice low, long inhales. Nice, slow, long exhales. I'm going to lift up through the crown of the head as you inhale. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest and just let the back of the neck open. Rock your head from right to left. I'm going to take that left ear, draw it all the way to the left shoulder, really opening up the right side. Good. Let the head come back to center. Take your gaze, take your head, sweep it over to the right ear towards the right shoulder, just opening up the left side of the neck. Good. And then back to center, over to the left. And then back to center and over to the right. Good. Come back to center, lift your head, lift your gaze, lift up through the crown of the head and then drop your head back. Good, and then exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And then inhale, lift it up again, lift up to the crown of the head, drop your head back. And exhale, the chin to the chest again. Good. This time, drop your right ear over to your right side, chin to the chest, sweep your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right hand to the left corner of your head, the left back corner of your skull, and just rest it there. Just kind of rest that arm there. So you want to allow the weight of the arm to kind of deepen that stretch up the left side of the neck, and then lower the left hand to the floor, and then energetically press that left shoulder away from the left side of the neck. Good. And maybe move your hair away from the left side of the neck for now. And so that head is hanging, your hand is kind of adding to the weight of the head, just deepening that stretch, and then you're energetically pressing that left shoulder away. Good. And now just bend the left elbow and take your left hand. Take it to the side of the neck, and you're going to feel two bands of muscle. You're going to feel it bust, one right underneath the ear, running all the way down to the shoulder. And then if you sweep your fingers back towards the cervical spine, you're going to feel another band of muscle right there along the side of the cervical spine. I want you to focus on those muscles. As the head is relaxing over to the right, let's come under the ear and sweep the fingers down that muscle all the way into the shoulder. So nice, gentle strokes. Just stretching the neck and just making it feel just a little bit better, a little bit more relaxed. Sometimes we hold on to a lot of tension in our neck and our shoulders, and we got real tight in this area. So we just want to relax it, because ultimately then it's pulling on the shoulder, pulling on the upper back, and then slowly walk your fingers back towards the paraspinal muscle, and just again rubbing your fingers up and down the sides of the cervical spine, giving it a nice massage. Wherever you feel tightness, just get in there with your fingers and try to relax it. Good. And then just release that hand. Take it to the top of the knee. Relax your right hand back on top of the right knee. And then just let the head kind of sweep back to center all on its own and rock it from right to left. Just loosen all that up before you take the left ear to the left shoulder. Sweep the hair out behind you so it's out of your way. Right? Take your left hand, place it on the right side of the skull, that back corner of your skull, and just rest it there. You're going to feel right away that open up a little bit more. Rest your right fingertips to the floor. Press the right shoulder away from your right ear. Feel that. Feel that stretch increase. Try not to collapse into the front of the body. Lift the heart up a little bit more. Good. And then take your right hand. Feel those two bands of muscles, one coming right from under the ear, and then the one that runs up and down the cervical spine. We want to get those to try to relax a little bit, so just massage them. So just do whatever feels good to you right now. Maybe squeezing out that trapezius muscle will help as well. So just notice the tightness, notice the tension. Try to get it to release and let go. Good. And then relax the right hand down and release the left hand from the head. Let the head slowly come back to center and then just rock it from right to left. And then we're just going to take it around in a circle. So to rock it over to the right and sweep it up and back and to the left and down. So nice big circles. And then reverse that, take it in the opposite direction. Good. And the next time your chin meets your chest, just hold it there and inhale, lift the head, lift the gaze, hold it there. Hold it there, just notice how you feel. Just breathing in and out through the nose. Relax your shoulders. Good, let's work on the shoulders a little. Roll the right shoulder around in a circle, taking it forward. Good. Reverse that circle. So just loosening up everything we just worked on with the neck. You might feel that. Good, relax that. Take the left shoulder around in a circle. And then reverse that as well. Good. Now, alternate between the right and left. Big, exaggerate the movement. Start to work through the body. Try to incorporate your torso. And then reverse that. Good. And now come to pause. So right foot is in the front of the left, right? I want you to take your arms into cactus arms and sit up nice and tall. And all you have to do is just lean over, keeping a nice tall spine. Lean over as far as you can go. Hold on, and then rise up. Good. Once you do that, take that right leg, sweep it out to the right, and take it back behind you. So see that 90-degree angle on that right leg? Sit up nice and tall, face forward, and lean over the left leg as far as you can go. And then inhale, rise. Good. Sweep that back leg back out in the front of you. Sit up nice and tall, nice tall spine. And again, lean forward. Feel that in that right hip. Rise up. Good. Take the right leg, take it back behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Lean forward. Feel that in that left hip. Good. Inhale, rise. Take the right leg back. We could do one more time on this side. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, lean forward. Feel that in that right hip. So you feel that in that right hip and then rise. Good. Take your right leg, sweep it back behind you. However you got to get there, right? Sit up nice and tall and then exhale, lean forward. And then inhale, rise. Good. Sweep the right leg back around and lower your hands to the floor. And then switch legs. So take the left foot out in the front. It doesn't have to be a perfect, easy feet. You can even make the feet a little wider. So whatever helps you to maneuver through this a little bit better. So maybe take your feet a little wider or maybe away from the body a little bit. See how that feels, okay? And then come to cactus arms. Sit up nice and tall. And then hinging at the hip, lean forward. Hinging at your hip. Feel that in the left hip. Good. Rise up. Take the left leg. Sweep it around. So lean to the right as you sweep it around. Sit up nice and tall. That's it. Exhale, lean over. Feel that now in that right hip. Good. Rise up. Lean over to the right. Sweep the leg out in front of you. Lay it back down. There you go. Better. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, lean forward. Feel that in the left hip. Rise up. Take the left leg, lift it up. Lean over to the right. Take it back behind you. Good job. Sit up nice and tall. Good. And exhale, lean forward. Good. And then rise up. Lean over. Left leg sweeps around. Take it back in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, lean forward. This last one. Inhale, rise. Left leg, sweep it around. Take it out to the left. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise. Good job. Take it back around. This time, take your legs out in front of you. Lower your hands down and shake your knees out one at a time. Just let all of that go. Good. Now, take your feet to the floor with your knees bent. Take your feet nice and wide. What you can do is drop your knees over to the right, look to the right, and then twist and look back behind you. And you're going to feel that in that left hip. Good. Take that left hand to the top of that right knee and push against it to deepen that twist. Good. And then inhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. Left hand comes back behind you. Knees come straight up. Drop the knees to the left. And now take your right hand to that left knee and twist and look at the wall behind you. Good. Inhale, come back to center with the knees. Drop the knees over to the right. Take your left hand to that right knee and twist. Good. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale the knees to the left. Take your right hand to that left knee and twist. Good. Inhale, come back to center with both of your knees. Take your hands back behind you. Just flop your knees from right to left. Loosen all that up. Good. And let's come into tabletop position. So find your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Middle finger turning out towards the top corners of the mat. Good. And so we're going to keep the shape of these legs, okay? And all I want you to do, if you want to watch first, is lift the left leg up off the floor. Keeping the shape of the leg in that 90-degree angle. You're hiking up that left hip. Lift that left hip even higher. And then lower it down. So keep your navel lifted up into your back body. Keep the rib cage closed. Lift the right knee up off the floor. Hike up that right hip and lower it down. Good. Left leg. Lift that left hip. So the knee doesn't come out to the side, right? Goes straight up and lowers. Straight up and lower. Watch from the front. Straight up, lower. Straight up, lower, okay? Straight up. So keeping the shape, just lifting the knee up off the floor. Lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Good. Hold it there. Keep the hips right over your knees. Walk your hands forward like you're coming into puppy pose, but then lower down your forearms. And then drop your head and look between your legs. Good. Now, just the pelvis. Tuck the tailbone under. Turn it up towards the sky. Little movements. Tuck it under. Turn it up towards the sky. Tuck it under. Turn it up towards the sky. Tuck it under. Turn it up towards the sky. Good. Keep going. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Good. Come back up onto all fours. Good. We're going to keep the shape of the leg. Again, lift the leg straight up. So we don't want to lift it up so high that you dump into your lower back like so. So come back level with where you think you're level with your hip, right? Because sometimes when you're not looking, you think you might be level, but you're actually not. But the way to hold it there, to prevent it from lifting up and dumping into the lower back, lift your navel, close your rib cage, right? Then the leg can't go up any higher than that, okay? So we're just gonna lower, keeping the shape of the leg, and lift. That's one. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Navel to spine. Lower and lift. And last one, lower and lift. Good, just strengthening. So lower it down. So this time, we're gonna let that knee hover on the floor. I want you to lift it and now cross it over the right leg, like you're crossing your legs backwards. Lift it and lower it back down. Okay, do that again. Lift, cross over, lift and lower. And again, lift, cross over, lift and lower. And again, lift, cross over, lift and lower. And last time, lift and lower and lift and lower. Good. Forgot to say crossover. But I hope you were with me. Lift your right leg. Press up through that heel. Good. Navel to spine and lower. Lift and lower. Easy breezy. Lift, inhale. Exhale, lower, relax. Inhale, lift, press up, keep that navel lifted and relax. lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Good. Now we're going to do the crossover. So left, cross over, lift and lower. Lift, cross over, lift and lower. Lift, cross over, lift and lower, and lift, cross over, lift and lower. Just one more. Lift, cross over, and lift and lower. Good. Shake out those legs, straighten them out, shake each one till they feel better. Good. And now let's come into puppy pose. So walk your hands all the way up to the top of the mat. Good. This time leave the elbows lifted, surrender the forehead. And then you can lower down your forearms. And then just the arms are really long and straight, reaching out to the front of the mat. Forearms are resting. Forehead is resting. Let the head get heavy. Let your heart melt towards the floor. Keep the tailbone lifted and pointing at the sky above you. Just finding that little relaxation through the thoracic spine. Just surrender there. You don't want to push through this posture. You just want to hold it and just let the body conform to the shape that it's in. Breathing, let the inhale lift you a little. Let the exhale lower the body and soften it a little bit back into this posture. So you're trying to create a little bit of a curve in the thoracic spine where it's pretty rigid, right? So breathe into the thoracic spine. Try to get it to relax. Just creating a little bit of space there. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. One more breath here. Just relax. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come up onto your forearms. Walk the arms back. We're going to sit down onto our heels. And then we're going to drop our hips to the left. And we're going to come onto our backs for a moment. For a little bit. Just for a little bit. And so just lower down onto your forearms one at a time. And then all the way down onto your back. Arms alongside of your body. Your feet are on the floor and your knees are bent. Okay? And I want you to press down into your feet. And I want you to lift your hips up and off of the floor. Good. And then I want you to take your hands, take your thumbs and hook those pelvic ridges right there in the front of your hips. Do you feel that? And then wrap the rest of your hands, your 4 fingers on each hand to the back of your hips so that you can feel your entire pelvis in your hands. And now maneuver it and manipulate it and create a figure 8 with your hips, pushing the right one down as you lift the left and then rolling it around in a circle, right? Creating this figure 8 and just manipulating, just getting the pelvis to move smoothly. Just lifting and creating this circle. So hold on to the hips however you can, whichever makes it easy for you to move them, and just move them in a figure 8, creating circles with each individual side of the body. Good. And then reverse that circle, reverse those circles. Try to relax through the hips. Maybe you don't even need your hands. Maybe you can do this without any hands. Just energetically move those hips around. Good. And then slowly lower down onto the spine, onto the sacrum. Good. Knock your knees together. This will create a little widening through the lower back. See if you feel that. Good. Feel a little bit of space in the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Now lower your arms down by your side. Tack your shoulder blades underneath you. Tack your shoulders back. Forearms are resting. Palms are flat down. Good. Allow your knees to separate. Good. Relax your neutral spine. Keep the shape of your legs now. Make sure your feet are in line with your hips. Walk those feet in. Whoever has those feet flared out, the way that they are, walk them in the same height as your hips. And we're going to do that same march that we did on all fours, only you're just going to lift the right leg up off the floor. Let that right knee be lined up with the hip, so right over the top of the hip, and then lower it back down, keeping the shape of the leg. Now, take your hands to your belly. Lift the left foot up off the floor. 90-degree angle on that left leg and lower. And right leg. Now, Allow the abdominal muscles, the obliques, to lift and lower the leg, not your hip flexors, okay? So lift and lower. So keep your hands there in your belly so that you can feel that happening. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Try to keep a neutral spine. Lift. The neutral spine is the little space between the lumbar spine and the mat. Lift and lower. Focus and concentrate. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And last one. Lift and lower. Now draw both knees in. Come onto the sacrum. Feel yourself balancing on your sacrum. Let the feet relax towards your glutes. A nice deep bend in the leg and the knee. Interlace your fingers together and take your hands to the front of your right shin. Just let that left leg just hover there, just float. Let that right knee just slowly relax out to the right. Just relax it out. And then keeping your elbows close to your body, drawn into the body so that you can use your biceps to pull that right shoulder towards the floor. Get it to where you can't go anymore and hold it there. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Just let the arms extend. Take your hands, slide them off that right leg, slide them onto the left leg. Let that knee fall out to the left. Let that right leg hover. Draw that left knee in towards the left shoulder using your biceps. Breathe into that. Hold it there. Squeeze it in as much as you can. Keep the arms close to the body and hold it. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Release that. Take your arms inside your legs and grab a hold of the pinky edges of your feet. Once you get a hold of the outer edges of your feet with all of your fingers, take your feet parallel to the ceiling like you're walking on the ceiling. Let those knees go wide. Relax the knees down towards the floor. Make sure the back of your neck is nice and long. Happy baby. Relax through the lower back. Hold it there. Take 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Release your hands from your feet, but keep your legs right where they are. Take your right leg, cross it high up over your left. We're going to come into eagle legs. So twist your legs together up high. Take your toes, wrap them around the back of the shin. Good. Once you get there, lower your toes to the floor. Lower your heels to the floor. Good. Arms alongside of your body. Good. And now just lift your knees up so that they hover right over your hips. Okay. Feet are straight out from the knees. Okay, now what I want you to focus on, we're going to create an internal rotation. We're going to turn the toes in and the heels out. And as you do that, allow that internal rotation to move all the way up the legs freely. Breathe into that. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Good. Now turn the toes in and heels out. Again. And relax. And last time. Toes in and heels out. Good. And then relax. Now, relax there. Think about taking your inner thighs and pulling them away from one another energetically. Pull, relax. Open up. Pull the thighs away from one another. Relax. Good. Last time. Pull the thighs away from one another. Good. And then relax. Good. Release your legs. Come back into happy baby. Just for 2 breaths. Relax. Neck is long. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Just release your hands. Take your left leg over your right. Hook your toes behind your calf. Good. Lower your heels to the floor. Lower your arms alongside of your body. Now draw the knees in so they're hovering over the top of your hips. Feet are jetting out from the knees. Good. Let's internally rotate. Toes in, heels out. Feel that all the way up into your thighs, into your hips. Relax. Good. Toes in, heels out. Breathe. Relax. Exhale, toes in, heels out. Good. Relax. Good. Open your thighs. Move them away from one another. Relax. Move the inner thighs away from one another. Relax. Last time. Move the inner thighs away from one another. Good. Relax under your legs. Come back into happy baby. Good job. Relax the knees towards the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Release your feet to the floor. Nice and wide as your mat. Take your arms out nice and wide as well. Flop your knees over to the right. Press the left knee down. Reach back behind you with your left arm. Good. Lower the left arm down. Take your knees. Now drop both of them over to the left. Press the right knee down. Reach back behind you with your right arm and stretch. Good. And then take that right arm down. Now flop your knees from right to left. Good job. Good. Hug your knees in and come back up to sit on your mat. And I hope your hips feel a lot better.